The TV presenter's words got muddled up when the text appeared on screen. BBC Breakfast's Dan Walker found himself in the same boat as Piers Morgan this morning, when his introduction to the first day of Wimbledon took a murderous turn for the worse. The presenter, who was hosting the 6 a.m. show alongside Louise Minchin, had been talking about the first day of the prestigious tennis championship and describing how hundreds of fans had turned up in the early hours to get their hands on tickets. As the camera panned over the long queues of people waiting patiently in line, Dan said, "Have a look at this, some people have been queuing for 2 or 3 days to see Andy Murray play at 1 o'clock this afternoon. We might be bad at some things in the UK, but we are so good at queuing. Look at that." Unfortunately, the technology rendering his conversation into subtitles mistook queuing for killing, putting an entirely different spin on what it actually said. Eagle-eyed viewer James Seber spotted the gaffe and tweeted it to Dan, telling him, "I think the subs guy misheard you." Luckily, Dan took it in the right spirit and retweeted it to his followers, laughing at the blunder. "Queuing. I said queuing," he joked, alongside a grimacing emoji. His fans lapped up the subtitle fail, with one telling him, "Things you'll say to be as controversial as Piers." Another posted, "Come on Dan, we are also sometimes too modest. Let's celebrate all of our strengths." And a third referenced the recent tweets from the President of the United States, saying, "Thought it was a Trump tweet for a minute." It came just weeks after Dan dropped the new pound coin live on air as he and Louise showed it to the nation for the first time. The camera returned to the breakfast studio just in time to see Dan disappearing behind the famous red sofa and an embarrassed-looking Louise having to explain that Dan had fumbled his pound and had to rummage around to find it again.